Why RSR reserve rights can make you life-changing money. If you guys are new to me, my name is Sir Lewis. In this video, I'm going to cover RSR, not just the fundamentals, but also on the graph here, right? Technical analysis. If this is a little too much for you guys, just stay tuned. I'm going to try my best to keep it simple and basic. We're going to cover the charts here, but I'm just going to give you a case here on why I'm bullish for RSR reserve rights as one of my top utility coins in my portfolio. And I've been accumulating this coin as it's been going down here, coming back down here to this massive key support level. Okay. But why am I bullish on RSR? Why does it stand out to me versus some other utility coins? And why do I think you can make life-changing money, especially at these prices, right? Instead of buying up here, you waited for this massive pullback. And I believe RSR, I'm not saying the bottom is in, but I believe it's very close to finding a bottom here, because when you look here at the charts, you can see this exact point of control, which is, what it is, a point of control, is exactly where we had a lot of resistance here in the bear market, right? We got that first resistance pullback. We also had some support here. So this is a major point of control. Even right here, right? We pulled back here, bounced off of it. We're pulling down here again to basically have instead of just a fast bounce, where we could possibly have a longer progressive bottom here, right? A nice rounded bottom to eventually move back up. But, even before we look deeper here into the charts, RSR stands out to me because Peter Thiel and Sam Altman, which are two mega huge people, right, in the fintech sector, right, that were connected to the PayPal mafia and Elon Musk and all that. And these guys are very successful, and they're both connected to it. And if you don't believe me, you can just ask AI, just ask ChatGPT. You can see right here. Yes, there's a connection between Sam Altman and Peter Thiel with reserve rights, RSR. Well, we know reserve rights lists Peter Thiel and Sam Altman among its early backers and investors. So, Sam Altman, Peter Thiel being an early backer and investor, obviously they're going to want this project to do good long term so they could take profits long term, right? And, if you look at Sam Altman and Peter Thiel, they're very heavy, especially Sam Altman, very heavy into the AI sector. And they're both very successful people, similar to Elon Musk, right? Not the same level as Elon Musk, but they're pretty, they come from the same place, the PayPal mafia. But having those two people and, looking at the charts here, it makes me very bullish on RSR, especially since it's in a sector where I believe it's going to get bigger as time comes on, right? The RWA sector and tokenizing everything. What you guys got to understand is everything is going to be tokenized. Stocks, everything, as time goes on, will be tokenized into the blockchain. And RSR having just even like a small percentage of that market is going to be very good for this coin in the price. Okay. But we can see right here, since we topped out here in December 2024, right? November, December 2024, when we had that election pump, we can see that we came down here for RSR. We already came down about 89, 90%, right? If you want to get the scam wick, we 93%, but really about 90%, as you can see right there. So it's a 90% pullback here since 2024 December. And look, I'm not calling for this to be the bottom, but looking at this, we're at a major point of control where this can easily be the bottom here, right? We just slowly create a nice rounded bottom and then eventually start working our way back up. And we can see how oversold we are on the monthly here, the stochastic, extremely extended here, oversold, money flow oversold as well. Pretty sure if you go here on the monthly, we're also extremely oversold. So monthly extremely oversold, right here stochastic. I believe when RSR is going to start to change the momentum here is once we get that crossover here on the monthly and on the weekly. Okay, but you look at this here on the monthly too. I mean, look at this. This can easily be a bottom here. Now let's talk about here some future targets, right? Because I said the topic of this video is why RSR can make you life-changing money. And I really do believe that, depending how much you invest, of course. But honestly, I don't think, it takes a lot to invest in this coin to make life-changing money, right? I'm not talking about putting in 50K, 20K or something like crazy like that. Maybe that's not a lot for you, but I think this coin is one of those coins that can make you life-changing money, investing, a humble amount, but knowing when to get out, right? Taking profits when you do make that life-changing money And also with that comes waiting for those targets to hit. But here we can see RSR. If we were to go back here to our top back in December, from where it's at right now, it'd be like about a 7x, right? So it's 645%, about a 7x right here, just from the 2024 top. Now, if you go to the all-time highs from back in 2021, from where it's at right now, so let's say you bought right now and you waited till it would go to all-time highs, and you believed in this coin long-term, and you believe it could do it, all-time highs would be basically a 37x. 37x. From its, going back to its all-time high in 2021, 37x. Just imagine 37xing your money. Okay, now that's just the all-time high. Now let's say we actually put in some newer highs for RSR, right? Which I believe if it does break its all-time highs, and depending where we are in the market, we're early on in the market, Bitcoin's moving up, I believe it can go much higher and put in some newer highs. And my targets here based on Fibonacci, right? My first target brings us to about a 37 cents for RSR, which is about a 121x. So 121x, right? That's my first target. And I mean, let me just be clear, right? Obviously, I'm not going to wait for that 121x. I'm going to be taking profits as we go up here. And depending how the market is, where we are in that specific circumstance, I might leave a little bit more or leave a little bit less, right? If I'm feeling bearish or bullish for the top being pretty close. But 121x, and then the higher target is about a 196, 200x basically, right? 196x, I guess you can say. So yeah, I mean, if we hit these Fibonacci targets, then this is some amazing life-changing money that you can make with this coin, right? And if we actually look right here, we can actually go to coinmarketcap.com, where you basically compare the market caps and the price it would be. And let's just put Cardano, for example, right? If RSR were to reach the same market cap as Cardano, which I don't believe is in the top 10 right now, it would be at about 86x, okay? Bringing it to 26 cents. Obviously, Cardano's all-time high is going to be much more, 490x. But right now, 86x, and I think that's doable, right? With the success of this coin moving on forward, we see so many coins like Zcash, for example, just blast off out of nowhere and reach those high targets that usually people don't believe is possible. Now, let's take a look here at Chainlink, for example. So Chainlink right now, 50x, okay? Chainlink's all-time high, 113x. So, basically Chainlink's all-time high is basically my first target here, about 113, 120x from where it's at right now, at least. So I definitely believe RSR can not just go to its all-time highs, but reach those targets at 35 cents to 40 cents level, okay? Especially being backed by massive big influential people like Peter Thiel and Sam Altman. And if you don't know who they are, I definitely recommend you guys research who they are, because I believe they're pretty important, right? I believe Sam Altman is also connected to some other coins like Wildcoin, I think, but RSR is one of them for sure. And like I said, RWA, I think it's going to slowly and progressively keep growing and growing, because we know the future is tokenizing everything to the blockchain, and they're going to do that with stocks, with real estate, and all these things. So RSR having a slice of that pie, I think it's going to make this coin go insane and make you life-changing money. So let me know if you guys have any questions, any opinions. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this coin if you guys want me to. I think right now it's a great time to invest, not financial advice. We can definitely go lower, but I believe this point of control zone right here is a great time to buy, putting in the long term, putting in this higher low, right? We're not breaking the bear market lows. We're not all the way down here like VeChain or some other coin like that, putting in some new lows. No, we're, coming down here to that bear market resistance top and possibly putting in a higher low in the big picture here. So let me know what you guys think. I'm bullish on RSR, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Again, also join my free Telegram. Should be in the description. And I definitely recommend you guys hold RSR in a cold storage wallet. The ones I recommend are in my link bio as well as my description. Definitely check it out. you'll get like a 5 or 10% discount on Trezor, Ledger, all those wallets. So definitely check it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.